What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Making Holsters. I am your host, Iggy. It's going to be an interesting build today. We're doing an HK USP full size. It's a 9mm, but it has a massive flashlight on it. Now, if you're not familiar with the USP versions, some of the HKs need an adapter to be able to mount the light to the flashlight. Or to mount the light to the handgun. So we have a GG&G adapter, which mounts right in the slot. Now they do have different adapters and whatnot, but we have the TLR9 attached to it, and this is it. We're going to be doing a inside the waistband for this. I believe this has a threaded barrel too. I'll have to read it, but we're going to be inside the waistband in purple carbon fiber, and we're going to be doing dual RCS hooks because the gentleman would like to tuck his shirt in. So by using the RCS hooks, you're able to tuck it in right to that mount right there, so you could actually have a tuckable holster when using the J-hook versions. So let's go ahead, let's build it and ship it out and get it off my list and move on to the next one. And after reading the order again, this does have a threaded barrel. So I went ahead and drilled it. Looks kind of cool. And we have our nutserts, and we're going to go ahead. I'm going to install it. That way I could go ahead and do our threaded barrel trick there and get going on the rest of it. So I do this to a lot of my molds. Even if it comes with a threaded barrel from the factory, I still chop it because some people do different thread protectors and whatnot, and by adding my socket on there, it allows you to fit a lot more inside it. So I'm going to go ahead, install this, and we're going to get the blocking. The compressor's running, but to further help my process, I always added a washer to the socket, and you'd see me like holding it in the center. That way we could go ahead and get it to a nice run. Well, what I did is, if you can see that, I just did a couple spot welds. I'm no means a welder whatsoever, but I did a couple spot welds to the socket. That way I don't have to worry about it walking. So now when I lock it in, because these don't go in perfect each time. I'm talking about the nutserts. So now I don't have to worry about it. So works for me. And with it installed, I don't have to worry about the walking, and there we go right there. So this is prepped as far as that aspect. Now I got to go ahead, add my other blocking, and there's going to be a couple extra things because we're doing dual RCS on this. Because with the light bearing, it's a lot more comfortable because you get a wide platform, you don't want it to shake. So we're going to go ahead and block this out, press it, and ship it, and move on to the next one. And if you couldn't tell, I went and attached the suppressor height sight for the channels, and yeah, that is nail gunned in, and so that is not going to wiggle, and so we can go ahead and finish what we're going to do. It's going to be a little difficult. I already spent a couple minutes to kind of think about it and plan out what I'm going to do. So this is going to, I don't know if I'm going to reside it this way so there's more room right here, or do it this way, but that's going to go right there. And this one is going to go right up to that point, and we're going to call it just like that. And then on this side, kind of the same thing. This is going to go right here. This is going to line up right there. And then we're going to have this sitting right there for the rest of the safety selector switch. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get our 5 layers on. Right, and like I said, there's nothing on this side that I need to worry about. The blocking right here, I don't really need to worry about. We need to keep right in here clear because we want the Kydex to push down in that. So let's see here, maybe I'll, oh yeah, no, it ain't going anywhere. So we'll just leave that like it is. And let's see here. Yep, all right, so kind of figure out where these are going to go, and that's going to be, because if I go right here, it's going to push down on this, and that's going to add a lot of extra retention. So this one might have to go to about there. It's one windy day right now. Right, and this is going to sit right here, just like so, and hopefully, if everything goes right, right there will be the retention point. This is my first time doing this actual setup. Now that the purple carbon fiber is finally in, go ahead and rock it. And I have brand new foam in the press, and like I always do, the presses are on, the heat presses, and they are pre-warming everything over there right at this minute. All right, so this is going to go right there. This is going to go on top. All right, before I do anything else, I'll go ahead and wrap around. All right, and to support the other part of this, we're going to have to add a little bit of blocking underneath this, which is no big deal. I think that piece of wood that flew over there might be adequate enough. It's a little low. So let's try this one right here. Perfect. So let me lock that in place. And that's going to go, I'll flip it, because that little piece of decal right there from the store will cause it to stick. All right, and I wonder if I can make this work. This should be nice if it was longer. So I'm going to add this right here. To see if that would stay with it. I don't care about the overhang there because the cut's going to go right here. And it's really that corner. So I'm going to come up like so over. And seems pretty good as it is. So there's that. Oh yeah, we are doing this. So I need to add those. Luckily, I did purchase 2 of them, but there's one problem. If I was to put both of those on, on each of these planes, what's going to happen is this one's going to be much higher. I want them at the same height. So this one might be perfectly fine because there's nothing in there that's jumping up. So to leave that one as it sits and then leave this here, we'll put them at the same height. So the question is, where do we put it? So we got our line, let's see here. we're holding it, it's going to be our trigger. So right about there is where we're going to want it to end up, like so. Yeah, so I'll put this right here. Time for new blades. Those ones are as sharp as a 2x4. All right. It's new on that end. Cool. There we go. And we'll cut that one in half and go the long way. Along with dimple, 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 so the kydex sucks down in there so we know where to screw. So that's going to be there, and this is going to be here. That should work. Let me see here. Oh, it actually looks like this one's just a hair taller, which is kind of good for us because that means I could take this, put this here, and get that going. The only problem with this is, yeah, just as you suspect, is might not be able for the kydex to lock into where it needs to go. So that's a chance we are willing to take. But our foam is pretty epic and our press is epic as well. So that should be it right there. I'm going to go ahead and cut that and then let's get it pressed. It is out of the press and it looks damn good. I am very happy about that. Both sides. Oh yeah, I'm liking it. We're gonna have to heat up a little bit right here, I could tell, because it dips in a little bit, no big deal. Same thing with this side, again, no big deal. And let's see here, so we're gonna do an open bottom, and so I want to see what this looks like. So if I go from here, I wonder if I just cut from like that angle up, be like that, or I could go over and then cut up and then straight up like so. But if I do it that way, the top of the thread protector will stick out. But let's open this up. I'm just going to go ahead and cut that and open it up and take the whole mold apart. And we know that let's see here, the claw has to line up with these guys. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to go ahead and throw these holes in here so we know where to line these up. And this is going to be right here. Let me just mark those because this is flat. And we know those are going right there. It's much easier to do this before you cut up the whole holster, just FYI. Okay. Alright, so we got bam, bam, and that means this is going right here. So I'm going to go just like that, and we're going to be doing 3. Like so. 2 would work, but because we're doing a TLR9, I'm just going to do 3. Just go ahead, clean all the holes. Crap aside, and let's figure out where we need to be. All right. Okay, we got that right there. We're going to come up.
so, and straight. And then we're going to go just like that. So like I said, we could do this. We can go straight over, or we can cut right here and go like that. I've never done something like that before. It kind of looks like it would look good because it matches this right there. Or, like I said, come up, boom, boom, and we do that. You know what, I'm going to keep it with how I normally do things. And we'll do that right there. And then, let's see here, optics. Just going to come roughly about there. But, no, there's no optics on here. Alright. And what I'll do is I'll just go ahead, cut that out, and I will BRB. Alright, so we're all clean, cut up. It actually looks pretty good. We got enough for our safety going on there. But like I said, we're going to have to heat up right here. And we're going to do that after I get this hardware in, which means we're going to put this hardware in first. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a quick cleanup on the carbon purple. And that looks good. And I'm going to have to deburr the inside. And again, like you see in every video, this is a Noga RCS 2000. And it gets in there and it allows you to do the inside without having to shove a really long razor blade down in there, which is what I used to do. And it was annoying. Right. And I'll just wipe this off. Good. Alright, so I'm going to go grab some hardware. We will mount these. I already went and grabbed this guy because we need it, so might as well throw this together real quick so it doesn't take no time at all. And that's going to go right there. And again, these are going to be right there. So let's get that going. I'm going to go ahead and get the hardware I need. That way we can get this done. Alright, if I know what I'm doing, I have everything I need, so let's hope I have it all. Alright, we're going to go ahead. We will throw these guys in first because it is a royal pain in the butt if you do this with the retention hardware in. These are just 1/4 inch and 1/4 inch. Nothing special, it's what I use everywhere. And then these are 3/16, I believe. Go ahead, add some lock of tight. Oh, I love the magnet. All right, let's put that in. Let's do the next one. And number 3. And number 4. All right. And next we're going to move on to the claw. All right. And we are going to need our 1/8 inch pass-throughs, which are going to be right here and right here. These are 3/4 inch screws as well. Don't you love the birth of a holster, watching everything form? That's so poetic. All right. Get that in there, and then we're going to take our 1/4 inch guy and our long piece right here. Remember, these are our shorter ones. We're going to go right there. That way all of our hardware is facing the same direction. And I can go ahead and grab a flathead. And remember, we're still going to have to heat it up with the heat gun to create another channel because the blocking was in a spot that didn't work too well, but it worked well. So, but with the GG&G, that kind of messed us all up for the blocking that I currently have, which is no big deal. The heat gun is going to do its thing, and I am honestly not going to worry about it. All right, finish up on these. 1 and 2. All right, that's parallel. So I'm going to guess that it won't be able to go in because, like I said, this was lower than that, but we never know. Yeah, a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and just loosen this up right here, and we'll see it when it comes back. And like I said, I went ahead and I just heat up just a little bit in here, and then what I did is you just put it in there and it creates the channel you need. I don't heat it up too much. I just gently heat it up so it becomes pliable, and then it creates the path as it goes in there. So as this sits right here, there's the lock-in, and then the pull is just as good, with still plenty of room for the retention to adjust it a little bit more. So there is a HK USP9 full size or the 40 with a GG&G with TLR9, and that purple is killer. So I'm not going to lie, I was a little nervous on how this was going to come out. I had a feeling I was going to have to do it a couple times, but you know, a little bit of confidence goes a long way. This holster came out absolutely perfect. It's beautiful, and I cannot wait to ship it to catch up on my other one. So I'm really looking forward to that. This is going all the way to Oklahoma, which is cool. I mean, I have a lot of product in every state in the United States, and I have product in 13 countries, which is pretty cool. And we're just going to keep going. So until then, don't be afraid to just knock it out. Take your time, look at it, and just really see where those retention points are going to be. Block it, but most importantly, have fun. Huge shout out to Holstersmith and KnifeKits.com. Without them, a lot of this you wouldn't see. And huge shout out to you guys for the support. We are just about to hit 9,800 subs, and once we hit 10,000, Holstersmith is going to do something special for you guys. So I will talk to you on the next one.